Howdy y'all, Jackson here with the Jerk Studios, and welcome back to another week of the World Virtual League of Gridiron Football. This one for Week 5. Let's just top in the standings before we hop into this week's games. In the standings, you have the Elite Conference. You'll have Anchorage leading the way undefeated with 12 points at a record of 4-0-0-0. Green Bay and Shooter both round up second place, both with a record of 2-2-0-0 and 6 points, and Champaign-Urbana rounds up the rear with a record of 1-3-0-0 and 3 points. Over in the Star Conference, Nashville and Windy City lead the way with 9 points, both with a record of 3-1-0-0. Pawnee Little Sebastians in third place with a record of 1-3-0-0 and 3 points, and Golden Tate Warriors still yet to reclaim a victory as a record of 0-4-0-0 and 0 points. The week's first game, you had Champaign-Urbana and Anchorage, where the Polar Bears came away with a decisive 26-7 victory. Andrew Luck was 30 of 50 for 239 yards, one touchdown and 2 interceptions. He also had 7 carries for 38 yards. For the victorious Polar Bears, Kurt Warner was 19 of 31 for 172 yards, a touchdown and interception. Bo Jackson led the team on the ground with 24 carries, 145 yards, a touchdown. And Calvin Johnson led the team in receiving with 5 receptions for 60 yards and a touchdown. Into the next game, we had Windy City at Pawnee, where the Gust came away with the 41-31 victory. Jonathan Crompton was 10 of 18 for 140 yards, a touchdown and interception. Glenn Davis led the team on the ground with 35 carries, 219 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He also led the team in receptions with 2 receptions for 30 yards and a touchdown. For the Little Sebastians, Ryan Fitzpatrick with 30 of 46 for 477 yards, 2 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions. He also had 4 carries for 21 yards, and Torrey Holt had 8 receptions for 185 yards and a touchdown. Over into the third game, Nashville at Golden Tate, where the Nashville Nightmare came away with a 23-7 victory. Devin Gardner was 18 of 30 for 160 yards, a touchdown and interception. Jerome Bettis had 28 carries for 121 yards and a touchdown. He also led the team in receiving with 2 receptions for 17 yards. In the losing effort for the Warriors, Dan Marino was 5 of 10 for 52 yards and an interception. Reggie Bush had 16 carries for 96 yards and a touchdown. And Chad Johnson called in 1 reception for 13 yards. Now into the game of the week, Shooter at Green Bay. We find ourselves in Green Bay, Wisconsin and Lambeau Field as the hometown Green Bay Norsemen take on the Shooter Shoots from Denver, Colorado. And it would be the hometown Norsemen who'd get on the board first, as LaDainian Tomlinson would take this carry in from 5 yards out. But eventually Barry Sanders and the Shooter offense would respond with a 5-yard touchdown of their own. And eventually they'd take a 7-point lead as Tim Tebow would find Randy Moss for an 11-yard touchdown. But in the third quarter, Green Bay would take that down to a 4-point lead as they'd kick this 34-yard field goal. But on their following drive, Shooter would once again try to make it a 7-point game, but their 47-yard field goal would end up no good. And Green Bay would then quickly capitalize on the change of momentum on their following drive as Aaron Rodgers would find Jerry Rice for a 17-yard touchdown and the lead. Green Bay would put a dagger in the game as Aaron Rodgers would once again find Jerry Rice, this time for an 18-yard touchdown. And that would do it. The Green Bay Norsemen come away with a 24-14 victory over the Shooter Shoots. And that would do it. The Green Bay Norsemen come away with a 24-14 victory over the Shooter Shoots. Thank you all for watching another week of the World Virtual League of Gridiron Football. If you're enjoying this series, please leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification so you will stay up to date on all the leagues going on. Additionally, if you want the full statistical output of all the games as well as the complete season, click on the Operation Sports link in the description. Once again, thank you for watching. Bye.